Namaste students, myself Sunil Kumar from the Department of Computer Science. Today we are moving to the next session based on the chapter data handling. Already we discussed many sessions based on the chapter data handling, and today's session we are mainly discussing about the expressions. In previous session we mainly discussed about the operator. There are different types of operators are available and how to use the different types of operator and precedence of the operator. So we talked there are different types of operators are there. Arithmetic operators, relational operators, comparison operators, bitwise operators, like there are different identity operators, all these, there are different types of operators are available. Whenever different types of operators are using in a Python program, when you are going to evaluate that, so we have to rule is applied, that is a precedence rule. So this is this priority rule, which will be done first and which have the low priority. That also we discussed. That's the main thing we discussed in the previous session. So in this session we are mainly discussing about expressions. So what do you mean by expression? An expression in Python is a valid combination of operators, literals and variables. Already we know that what is the variables, what is the literals and operators. Remember, an expression in Python is a valid combinations. It's a valid combinations of operators, literals and variable. Whenever variable is combined with the operators and literals, then that is actually known as expressions. So whenever you want to use expressions in Python, there are different types of expressions are there. One is arithmetic expressions, relational expressions, logical expressions and string expressions. These are the different types of expression: arithmetic, logical, then relational and also the string. So we will see one by one. First we will go to arithmetic expression. In case of arithmetic expression, if you take the arithmetic expression, it is a combination of arithmetic operation. It's a combination of arithmetic operation including the complex numbers. For example, 12 plus 13. That is an expression. So if you value A is equal to 12, B is equal to 13, then you can apply the arithmetic operations. A plus B, one operation. A multiply B, one more operation. A, one more expression, A divide B. So like the different operations. Possible to perform all arithmetic operations. That is, that expressions are known as arithmetic expression. Arithmetic expression is combination of only arithmetic operators, the operators. That is arithmetic expressions. The next one is here relational expressions. Whenever relational expressions are there, means that is also known as comparisons. That is also known as comparison. It's possible to compare. There are different comparison operators are less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. So whenever two operators, for example, A less than B, we can compare. It's an operation. And A greater than B, A less than or equal to B, A greater than or equal to B. So like that operations. These are the different expressions. These are the different. This type of expressions are known as expressions of relational expressions. That relational expressions are mainly used for comparing the values. Relational expressions are mainly used for comparing the values. The next one here is logical expressions. Logical expressions mainly uses the logical operator. Logical expression mainly it uses the logical operations. For example, here and or no. These are the mainly three logical operations. So logical expressions mainly use these three logical operators. So we can check A and B. So this is operation A and B. Then one more you can check A or B. Then not E. So not E because there is only one variable is used and I got the not operation. So this is that type of expression. This type of expressions are known as logical expressions. The next one is the string expression. There is no particular format for string expression. Whenever string values are used to combine, whenever if you want to add two string values, so add plus then. So if you want to combine these two values, so that type of expressions are known as string expression. Whenever any expression uses string values, string expression. Whenever any operator or any expression uses logical operators, then that is known as logical expression. Any expression that uses comparison values, that is known as relational operator, relational expressions. And whenever any expression that uses arithmetic operators, then that is known as arithmetic expressions. But not only these type of expressions. So whenever you are going to use that one, it is possible to use multiple. Whenever you are going to use, it is also possible to use multiple expressions together. Multiple expressions will be combined together. That is actually required. Not only single. So sometimes you can use A plus B and I can check. First check example. A less than B and B less than C. Either. So this is, if you take this one, this is not a, in this case, if you take it as a logical expression and also relational expression, both also combined. So this is actually known as multiple expression. Multiple expressions are combined in single. That is also possible in case of Python. Not only this one, it's also possible to combine all other different types of expressions possible to combine together. So that is actually the expressions. So whenever if you are going to use the expressions, how it will be evaluated? So for expressions are there means how it will be evaluated. That is based on the priority rule. Already I discussed about the priority rule. So if you take the first one, that is if you take the arithmetic operators, arithmetic expressions. So first multiplication, division, modular, modular division, and modulus or divider. These four have the same priority. And after that plus and minus. So whenever if you are going to use operations, A plus B multiplication C into C if you use, which one is evaluated first here? The first here B into C will be evaluated, then it will add with E. Because the reason is that multiplication, division, modular division and remainder that have the highest priority. After that it has the plus and minus. So this in case of mainly it's required in case of arithmetic operator. So that will get confused. You will be get confused. So whenever if you is also called, I already discussed how to use the chain operations, chain comparison operations. So whenever if you use A less than B less than C, these operations are there. Means so whenever you can use this one as A less than B and A less than C, so B less than C. So this type of operations you can use. So this is also possible to use. So these are the different types of operations. Not only this one. In a program we can use one more type of operations, arithmetic operations. Or we can take, if we take the relational operator, all the relational operators have the same priority. Then if you move to the logical operations, whenever logical operations are there, that will be available inside the brackets. That will be available inside the bracket. A and B or C, B or inside the bracket, not C. Inside the bracket, not C here. So it will be performed first if you give like this. So whenever brackets are given, means you have to think first inside the bracket which is operation given, that you have to perform. Here is not possible to perform. So here brackets are like this. If this type of operations are given, means first not C will perform, then OR with the B, then that will OR with the E, AND with the E. This is the operations performing. So whenever you want to perform the operations, you will check the precedence rule or we can say the priority rule. Based on that, operators or expressions will be evaluated. Now we will move to the next topic, that is a typecasting. So what is a typecasting? Already we discussed in the same topic in a previous session or previous chapter. So that is a typecasting is converting one data type to another data type. Normally that is a casting. One type into another type if you want to changing the data type of the particular variable. Changing the data type of the particular variable, that is actually known as typecasting. But here, if you take the converting data types, there are two methods are available. There are mainly two methods are available. One is implicit, one more is explicit. One is implicit method and one more will be the explicit method. Implicit method and explicit method, there are two methods are available to convert the data types. Now firstly there is implicit type. So in case of implicit type, Python internally changes the data type of some operands. It will internally changes the data type of some operand. So all the data type will be same at that time. So that is actually known as implicit conversion. Automatically will change. Remember, this type conversion is automatic. Automatically Python will change the data type of some variables. Automatically Python will change the data type of the some operands. then that is actually known as implicit type conversion. And remember, that will be done automatically. That type of conversions are known as implicit conversions. And next important here is explicit conversion. Next important here is explicit conversion. In explicit conversion, an operand is converted to specific type. One operand is converted to our specific type. That is actually known as typecasting normally. Normally typecasting known as one data type into another data type, because internally automatically it will be there. But externally if you take, and if you want to convert one data type into another data type to perform some operations, sometimes if you want to perform some operations, we should convert that. So then only is possible to convert. Then only possible to perform some operations. At that time, we have to use the explicit conversions. Explicit conversions that will convert the data into one data type into another data type of our specific, which you specify for that data type, the data will be converted. So whenever if you want to convert the data type, you have to use this syntax. Data type, then open bracket, close bracket, or we can say that data type in the form of function. Data type in the form of function we have to use. Then possible to convert. Remember, for example, here it is. Here first one is int. Int is one data type. So this is one function that will convert all the data type into int. Then if it is a float, that will be converted to float data type. Then complex, that will convert the data into another data type into float data type. And str is used to convert any data type into string data type. Then bool, that is mainly used to convert data into boolean values. So that is possible to convert the function, different functions. And next here, example. For example, if a is equal to 2.0 is given, so data type of a will be the float. Data type of a will be the float. Next I use int a. Int a if I use means automatically or explicitly we are converting that data type of a, that is a float, that we are converting to int type. So that is one example. Same thing is happening. Whenever if I use, for example, I use a is equal to 10. Integer data type. Then b is equal to 20 and that I give a single quote. 20 I give, that is a single quote. So it will be in the form of no strings. So when I go to perform a plus b, it will give error. Type mismatch. It will give error type mismatch. So type is different. If you are going to add two numbers, both always it should be integer or float or complex numbers can be added. But it is not possible to add integer and string. Or integer and string is not possible to add. At that time, what we can do is, first we have to convert this into int. So we can use int function of b. If we use int of b, automatically explicitly it will convert string data type into integer. Then after that, I can perform a plus b, so that is the answer. So that is actually type conversion is required. And remember, all the issues are there. It's not possible to convert all the data type. For example, string values, for example, instead of 20, if I give ABC, then if you are going to convert like that, this will give error. Because integer cannot hold only numbers. Whenever characters are there, not possible to convert that into integers. So these are some cases will be available. Issues will be available. Then if you are going to convert, that you have to keep it in mind, and then you have to convert using explicit. Because that is required whenever you are going to perform the arithmetic operations. Now we will move to one more topic, that is working with the Python modules. There are already we discussed many other modules. Just here I am discussing only 3 modules. One is math, and after that I am discussing random module and also statistics module. There are 3 modules are there. So in that we can find different operations in that one. So first is the math module. So in case of math module, if you want to import the math, first thing you have to, whenever if you are going to use modules, you have to first import. So what is a math module? The Python standard library provides module namely math. Remember, math is small letter math, M-A-T-H, for the mathematic related functions. If you want to use mathematic related functions, we are getting one function named math. Then whenever you are going to use that math module in your program, a Python program, so you have to import math. Remember, you have to import math, import space math. Whenever if we use import.math, then we can use the functions related to the mathematical. So there are some functions I will discuss here. There are some other functions also there. We can go through the textbook. So here we can use label functions as whenever if your functions are there. How we can use this? First you have to use math dot. Remember, we have to use math dot. Math library is there. So we have to use the math dot. Then after that we have to use the function. If you are not using the function name. So any function we can use. There are different function names are available. Which function name is required, that we can use. There are different functions are available in case of math model. The function, some functions I discussed here. One is CEIL function. Then after floor function, SQRT, log 10, power, sine, cos, tan, degree and radian. These are different functions. So when if you are going to use these functions, not only this much, there are other functions are there. There are other functions also available in case of math header or math module. Here, first the CEIL function, CEIL. That returns the smallest integers not less than the argument. For example, if I give CEIL of 2.03, if I give 2.03, what will be the output? Output here will be the 3. Output here will be the 3. It will give the smallest integer not less than the argument. Argument is 2. So not less than the smallest integer, what is that? It's a 3. So that will be displayed. Next, floor. Next one more function that is opposite of CEIL function. Return the largest number not greater than the argument. For example, floor, if you use floor, math dot is there, MEH, math dot both is there. If you give 2.03, use 2.03, output here will be the 2. What is the reason? Reason because here return the smallest integers. First case, return the smallest integers, then that should not less than argument. Argument is 2. When argument is 2, not less than 2 means argument that is 3. So that will return the first case floor. It is not greater than argument. Argument is 2. Not greater than 2, it will be 2. 2 will be displayed. That is the case of floor function. The next one is SQRT function. I am not going to explain this one. Whenever we are going to do the lab, we will get the idea about that. SQRT function that is used to find the square root of the value. Whenever one value is there, if you have to find the square root, at that time no need to use the entire formula, just we can use with the one function square root, SQRT. Next one is the log function. Log function return the non-natural logarithms. That will return the natural logarithm, log values. And one more is the log base 10. I am not saying discussing math here. You know that what is basic log base log 10 and log base value. Base value 10 is it, base value e is there. So which one is required that we can use here? That is in case of base value 10. Next one here it is power function. Power function will return the exponent. If you want to find the x square, x cube or any x raised to 5. If you want to find like that, then we can make use of power functions. After that, sine, cos, tan. Notice there are the different functions are available: sine function, cosine function, tan function. So that will find the equivalent angle. If you use the sine function, you will get the sine value of the particular angle. And if you use cos function, that will when you will be getting the cosine value of the particular angle. And if you use a tan function, that will return the tangent value of the particular angle. And remember, whenever if you use sine, cos, tan and all, then you will return the data in the form of radians. Angle in the form of sine value or cos value or tan value in the form of radians. So whenever radians are there, if you want to convert that radian into degree, then one more case available, that is degree. Degree is the function that is used to convert radian value into degree, and one more function radian. Radian function is used to convert the value into radian. Degree is converting radian into degree. Radian is converting and degree into radian values. For that purpose, we can use with radian functions. So these are the different types of functions. Not only these functions, there are different other math functions are there, mathematical functions are there. Whenever it is required in the program, at that time we can use with the math module. Next we will move to the one more type, that is using with the random module. Already we discussed with the one type, that is the math module. Next here is the using with the random module. So what is a random? Random means that is used to generate the random numbers. Random module is mainly used to generate the random numbers. At that purpose, we are mainly using the random module. So when if you want to use the module already told in math, here also here we have to use import random. There import math, but here import random. So you have to import the random functions. So all random functions you want to import, then you have to use the import then random. Then we can use the random function like this: random dot function name we can use. Which function is that function name we can use? By that we can use the generate the random numbers. Mainly three functions are available here. One is the random, randin, and randrange. There are mainly three functions. Random. First function random, that will generate the number. That will generate the random number, and the numbers will be from 0 to 1 only. Numbers will generate from 0 to 1, and all the numbers will be in the form of floating point. All the numbers will be from the floating point. 0.0 into 0.9999. Like that numbers will be generated, and here lower value is inclusive and upper value is not inclusive. So 1 is not there, 0 to 1, so 1 is not inclusive, all the values will be generated. And remember, if you use the random function, numbers will be generated in the form of floating point like this. So that is the use of random functions. The next one is randin. Randin, that is to generate the random numbers within the range. Whenever one range is given, in between that range, if you want to provide the, if you want to display the random numbers, then we can use the random a comma b. For a, if you given 10 and b is 20 means, so 10 to 20, all the numbers will be displayed. Or we will generate the random numbers. And remember, in this case, 10 and 20 both are inclusive. Lower limit a and upper limit b both are inclusive in case of randin. And here it will generate the random integer numbers, not floating point. Only in this case, random it will generate the floating point. All other cases it will generate the integer numbers. So here it will be integer numbers, and both the ranges are inclusive, and we can provide the lower limit and also the upper limit. The next one is a randrange. Randrange, that will provide the three, that will take the three arguments. One is a start and stop. Means start is the lower value, stop is the upper value. For example, 10 and 20 means it is a lower value, upper value, both also inclusive. Lower value and upper value, both also inclusive. And step, one more value is another step. So whether if you go to produce the numbers, that all the numbers will be generated. Any number can be generated. But if you use a step, so if you use step as 2 here, if you use a step as 2, then 10, then after that 11 is not displayed, 12, then 14, 16, 18, 20. So in this number, what I'm not saying all numbers will be generated, right? In this number, any number will be generated. Step value will be 1. If you generate one number, for next value, it will be step sometimes. You won't generate 11, 13, 15, odd numbers will be displayed. If you step is given as 2. When your step is given as 3 means, it will generate 10, 13, 16, 19. In only these 4 numbers, any number will be generated. In that 4 number, any number will be generated at a time. So that is case of step values. This is about the random functions. The next one here is using the statistics function. Statistics function not used for any other programming, that is mainly you use the statistics application. Whenever if you are going to use the statistics value in our program, then at that time we are making use of statistics values or functions. Then here whenever you have this function or module, not function, statistics module. Whenever you use the statistics module, then whenever if you are going to use, there are many functions are available. In that module, there are many functions are available, but I am discussing only 3 here. Many functions are available. So we have to use import statistics. First you have to do same thing. In case of math, we have to import math. Whenever random is there, you have to import random. Whenever if you use statistics, you have to use the import statistics. Then you can use the function like statistics dot mean, statistics dot median, statistics dot mode. Like that you can use. So what is the mean? Mean means in sequence. You have to provide the list. Normally, the value should be provided in the tuple or list. You have to provide a sequence of values like that. So whenever if you provide a sequence of value, mean means you will find the average value. You find the average value of the entire list. Entire list. If you want to find the average value, then we can use the main function. The next median function. Median function is mainly used to find the middle value. It's used to find the in a sequence. If you want to find the middle value, then we are making use of median. And last is a mode. Mode is used to find the most repeated values. Whenever most repeated value if you want to find, then we can use the mode. So if you take 3 functions, all these 3 functions will take input in the form of sequence. This is about the Python module. So we discussed with the math, and after that random, after that we discussed with the statistics. By here we reach the end of session today, and also end of chapter. In this chapter mainly we discussed, or in this session we mainly discussed about the expressions, how we can use with the expressions, and also with the different working with the Python modules, how to work with the Python modules. I already discussed the 3 modules here. Based on this one, I'll give the worksheet, work out that one. We'll meet in next session with the next chapter. Thank you.